Oh, so cold. Okay, we're waiting for a bit more people to join. All right, let's wait for some people. Hi, Aizen. Aizen is back. Hi, Jer. Where's everybody? Run away. Run away. All run away. I told them not to run away, but they all ran away. But as we wait for people, is there any place that you guys would recommend to get work done? Any cafes, anything that you guys can recommend? If you guys have a place. Cute ducky. I just learned that this ducky apparently changes to what I do. If I do this, it changes. Wait, why is it not changing? Oh, I see. It does that like spinny thing. And if I do this, you see, it starts crying. And if I do this, see, it gets angry. That's quite. It's quite. It's quite amazing. It is quite amazing. All right, so we're waiting for a few more people. We only have 5 people here. I recommend studying at Burncones. Where's Burncones? Let me search it up. Burncones. Where is it though? Like, where is it? Burncones. While eating ice cream. Ooh. Where is it though? Like, roughly. Hi, Dumbo Elephant. Thank you so much for liking the live. Like, I see Clementi and NUS. Clementi is Sunset Way. Ooh, it looks amazing though. What? That looks amazing. City at Clementi Branch. Is it very far from the MRT? Is it very far from the MRT? Ooh. Let's see, directions. It is a 5-minute drive and a 12-minute bus from Clementi. Ooh. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. That sounds super good. I just realized how long my hair looks like in this live stream. That's crazy. All right, let's start going through questions. All right, I'm letting my hair down because it's so cold. It is so cold. Okay, but yeah, if you guys have any other like worse than popped up on the screen, it scared me for a second. If you guys, oh, you live in Clementi. Oh, okay, I see, I see. Because for me, I don't live around Clementi, so it'll be good to have somewhere near. MRT. I don't know. Sure, let's do questions? Sure. Aizen's like, come on. Okay, we'll do a bit of grammar today because we haven't touched grammar for so long. Alright. Should I? Okay, let's see if you guys know the answers to this. Alright. So as you guys do this, I'll tell you guys a bit of a story time. You know what? Should I show you guys the hamster? I'll wait for more people and I'll show you guys the hamster. She is super cute. She lies upwards like this. She's so cute. Right? Okay, let's read the entire thing first. So context is so important, all right? Furoshiki is a square piece of cloth or fabric used for gift wrapping, transporting items, and home decor. The name refers to both the cloth, which usually has an elegant decorative design, and the craft. Furoshiki has become increasingly popular around the world, and it has transformed the art of gift giving. Okay, furoshiki originated in Japan around 710 BC during the Nara period. During this time, the cloth that an object was wrapped in was referred to as tsutsumi, meaning package or present. It was used to wrap important goods and treasures found in Japanese temples. The term furoshiki was applied during the Muromachi period, which lasted from 1136 to 1573. It was believed that a shogun, a chief military commander in feudal Japan, installed a large bathhouse in his residence and invited people of importance to stay and use the facility. Many stood on the fabrics while drying after bathing, hence the translation of the word to bath spread. All right. Okay, furoshiki was soon popular with all the members of society as bathhouse became the designated area to wash, relax, and socialize. It did not take long before the custom spread to other avenues such as wrapping books, gifts, and merchandise. All right. In 2006, the Japanese Minister of the Environment blanked furoshiki cloth in an effort to increase environmental awareness and blanked the use of plastic. All right. So what might the answer be? What might the answer be? What might the answer be? Okay, encouraged. Okay. Okay, let's see. Any other answers? Do you guys just hear that? The very shh sound in the background. That's so creepy. Encouraged. All right, encouraged. Am I the only one answering? Yes. Okay, no, I'm answering with you. All right, encouraged. Okay. Okay, encourage the virtue. Let's see, because the answer over here is promoted. Okay, promoted is safer. Okay, because we are talking about the idea of advocating or supporting a cause. Okay, encouraged. If you were to use encouraged, I would recommend you say encourage people to use the furoshiki cloth. Okay, but if you use promoted, you won't have to add those extra wording. So I would say promoted is the best answer. All right. To increase environmental awareness and blank the use of plastic. What is number 10? And advertise. Advertised. I would say that is okay. Advertised. It is okay. And advertised furoshiki cloth in effort. Okay, I think should be okay. It should be okay. Should be okay. Should be okay. Okay. Decreased, okay, and decrease the use of plastic, okay. Reduce the use of plastic, decrease the use of plastic, decrease is okay, decrease is okay. Okay, and promote, that is correct. Promoted, sorry. Promoted furoshiki cloth. All right. All right. It is during this period that the spread and modern practices increased. Plastic harms the environment. It is during this period that the spread and modern practices increased in use. Today, it is commonly blamed by Japanese school children to carry bento boxes. All right. It is commonly blamed by Japanese school children to carry bento boxes. Used, okay, that is correct. Hi, cute bear. Used by Japanese school children to carry bento boxes. That is correct. Okay, so over here to go through this tree in an effort to increase environmental awareness. So you're trying to increase something so it'll be more of promotion, okay? And over here you're trying to decrease use of plastic. Okay, we get that from the idea that plastic harms the environment. So the the logic over here is that we want to decrease it. Okay, today it is commonly, okay, increased in use, so that is the hint for over here, okay. Furoshiki cloth is used by gift givers around the world as a blank friendly way to wrap gifts. All right, what might the answer be? Okay, all is needed. All that is needed to tie the furoshiki is the cloth itself, all right? Everyone is correct. Everyone who said use is correct. Okay, what is number 12? Eco-friendly. I see. Any other answers? Okay. Okay, the answer is environmentally friendly. Now, the idea of eco-friendly is that you have to put a dash. Little. So, yeah, environmentally. Environ. Oh, my handwriting. Oh, my goodness. All that is needed to tie furoshiki is the cloth itself. It comes in a blank of different sizes. Past lives. Moderator, could we play past lives in the background? Yes. I have no idea what. Oh, I think I know what it is. Oh, okay. 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 Does anyone have any answers for 13? 13, any answers for 13? It comes with a variety. Okay, we're talking about different sizes, all right? The only requirement is that the cloth must be square. Depending on the length of the gifts, the cloth may be as small as the palm of one's hand, blank large as a car. Okay, with an E. Okay, I said with an E, but that is correct. Sorry, the word is correct. All right, with an E. Size, all right. Okay, that is correct, depending on the size. Okay, we know that we're talking about size because over here we're talking about it could be as small as something or it could be as large as something. All right. Okay, and what might number 15 be? The cloth may be as small as the palm of one's hand, blank as large as a car. Or, okay, what might that, does anyone have any other answers? Two. Okay, or is correct. All right. Now, when it comes, you're saying that maybe as small as one's hand to as large as a car is incorrect. Okay, we usually say or. Okay, so we're giving two options. Okay, depending on the size of the gifts, the cloth may be as small. So it's giving a bit of an example. All right, so it could be this or it could be that. All right, but great try, everyone. Very. What is very? Very. The gift wrapper can fully customize the look. Everything from the pattern of the fabric to its thickness and size can be selected by the gift giver. Okay, so we have completed this. Okay, let's see what else we can work on together. Okay, let's do this one. My fondest childhood memories were growing up in the 1970s. We lived in a crowded flat, which I shared with my grandparents, parents, uncles, and younger brother. There was blank any space for my brother and me to run or play. What might the answer be? There was no space. Okay, do remember to reference the word before and after the spacing, all right? Hi, is learning what is verb pronoun and stuff important to communicate in English? Okay, that's a very good question. All right. Now, when it comes to, okay, I think personally this when it comes to English, there is a learning curve, all right? But it also depends how fluent you are when you start learning, okay? Definitely, I would say if you already have a basis in English, this verb pronoun, this kind of structure that you're talking about is very important in writing, all right? But when it comes to speaking, when it comes to more what do you call that? More communicative speaking, people might not like for example, Singlish, people might not use the right grammar and when talking. So I would definitely say when you're communicating in English via speech, it might not be as big of a problem. Okay, so definitely when it comes to that, if you want to improve, more practice, communicate with more English speaking natives, you will be able to improve. Okay, but when it comes to writing, um, especially if you will be needing English in a professional setting, it is very important to be able to pick up the structure of English to make sure that you're not only well understood, but you are also presenting yourself in a professional way. Okay, so it really depends how you plan to use the language. All right, if you are working overseas and you just want to want to learn an extra language, you are not using English in daily life, then I think it's okay um, to learn bit by bit with a more conversational style. Okay, get to talk to people. Okay, but if you're using it in a professional setting, definitely start with that as a foundation. All right, hardly, wasn't, no. Okay, okay, there was, okay, now the answer is barely. Okay, I'll accept hardly as well. Okay, I'll accept hardly. Okay, I will not accept no because we have the word any, no any space. If any wasn't there, I would accept there was no space. Okay, but the word any is here. For me to run or play. Blank, my brother and I had a happy childhood. What might the answer be? However, all right. However, that is correct. However, okay. I know that some people would say but over here, but also you guys have to understand that when it comes to writing in contemporary clothes, you want to be as formal as possible. Okay, so when it comes to being formal, however is a lot more formal as compared to the word but. All right, so we do want to prioritize that as well. All right. Whenever they could, my parents took us to various blanks such as the zoo and bird park. Sometimes we just went to the seaside for a swim or to the fast food restaurant for a special treat. All right, what might the answer be? Attractions, all right. Hi, Gargu. Any other answers? Waiting for some answers. Okay. Whenever they could, my parents took us to various blanks such as the zoo and the bird park. Sometimes we just went to the seaside for a swim or to the fast food restaurant for a special treat. All right, what might the answer be for the blank? What might the answer be? Okay, the answer is various locations, places, sorry. Okay, now first things first, I understand the idea of attractions, but you have to understand that attractions can be located in a place, but attractions are not necessarily a place, okay? You guys, hi Referts. Hi, welcome to the live, all right? Attractions, you can say when I go to Disneyland, there were a lot of attractions in Disneyland. But when you say I go to the attraction, you are going to attraction within a place, okay? So you can say, I have arrived in Universal Studios. I want to go to this attraction, right? So attraction doesn't necessarily have to be a place. It can be one of the many things located in a place. They are attractions. They are attractions. Zoo and bird park are attractions. But the thing about the word attractions is that the word can also be used for individual attractions within the place. All right. So let's say we're talking about the zoo. Okay, the zoo. We could say I want to go to that attraction, and I could point to the lion's tank, the lion's den. All right, that is an attraction as well. The zoo as an entirety is an attraction, but I can also say what's in the zoo is individual attractions. Okay, that's why I would say that this word places is a broader word to highlight this. All right, the zoo and the bird park, it's a broader word. All right, because they're also saying we could went to the seaside for a swim or a fast food restaurant. A fast food restaurant isn't an attraction. The seaside isn't an attraction. It is a place. All right, there can be attractions in the seaside, maybe like a water park near the seaside, or in a fast food restaurant there could be something specific like a mascot. Okay, that would be an attraction, but individually these are not attractions. All right, when it comes to seaside and fast food, so we will go with a broader term which is called places to include the zoo, bird park, seaside, and fast food restaurant. All right, I hope that makes sense. Gargu, is it Gargu? Yes, hope that makes sense. All right, okay, even though these outings were quite blank, my parents still had to save up for them. Okay, what might the answer be? Okay. Okay, answer is affordable. That is correct. All right. Now, over here, I saw the answer is simple. Okay. Now, the main thing that we're here is the idea. The main thing over here is the idea. Even though suggests that there is a sense of contradiction. So even though these items were something, my parents still had to save up for them. The idea that you have to save up for something means that they are expensive. All right. So we are gonna expect that this blank over here is the opposite of expensive. So we are going to say affordable. All right. Hope that makes sense to everyone. All right. That did not, oh, yes. That did not stop them for wanting to give my brother and blank a good time. What might the answer be? Oh, okay, yes. All right. Me is correct. All right. We were fortunate, my brother and me, yes, that's correct. We were fortunate to be blank to go out and play, okay? To be blank to go out and play. What might the answer be? Able? Alright. Able is correct. Fortunate to be able, okay, to go out and play. To my parents, the sacrifice was blank it when they saw the smiles on our faces. Alright. That able is correct. Great job, everyone. My parents' sacrifice was blank it when they saw the smiles on our faces. Worth it. Worth it. That is correct. Was worth it. Okay, so worth and it is common phrase. Okay. Something is all right. Can moderator play Masuri by Fujii Kazcase? I don't know how to pronounce that. Moderator will try. I'm confused as well. All right. At home, my brother and I entertained blank with simple games. Okay.
You don't have any curse words, right?
Not quite sure.
Okay, I skip this.
Okay. Ourselves. Okay. Any other answers? Entertain. Hi, Gargu. Gargu says kitchenware. Oh, okay. Okay, the answer is actually ourselves. Okay. Kitchenware. You could say we entertain ourselves with kitchenware. But over here, what they need us to fill in is the specific the it is the pronoun that is needed after my brother and I. All right. So this is what it is. All right. With simple games. Okay, they're already saying what they entertain themselves with. All right. But I understand where you're coming from. I understand. All right. We played with my grandmother's discarded pots and pans and blank we were superheroes, imitating the stunts we saw on television with occasional disastrous results. Alright? What might the answer be? What is the answer for question 9? Pretended, okay. Okay. Pretended is correct. Okay, imagine, let me see, and imagined. I would say stick to pretended because they also imitate the stunts. We really want to put the emphasis on imitating. And imagine we were superheroes. If I were lenient, I would accept imagine, all right? But I would say in exam settings to be a bit more careful, pretended will be a better answer. All right, there are some smaller details and meanings, all right? We sustained bruises, sprains, and fractures, which blank us into trouble with our parents. All right, what might the answer be? Question 10. But good try, good try, Gargu. Good try. Which blank us into trouble with our parents. Which prevented us into trouble. I didn't know what was sustained. Oh, okay. Sustained means to you can say there are different meanings. Sustained, you could say I sustained the business. That means you kept the business going. You could say that I sustained, which also means to obtain. Obtain. That means to get. To get. Okay, so we sustained, we got. We got bruises. So we, yeah, that's what it means. We got. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Prevented, which got us into trouble. That is correct. Okay. Pretended is not correct. All right. Which got us into trouble. Okay. Which got us into trouble. Got into trouble is a common phrase. Okay. They dragged us to the doctor to get these problems. Led us into trouble. I'm talking about bruises. When you're saying that something gets you into trouble, you got into trouble, you usually just say got into trouble. Got into trouble is common phrasing. And that is something that is often tested in like what do you call that? It's something that, how do I phrase this? All right. It is common phrasing, okay? When you're saying that you managed to, I can't think of an other way to explain it. It is common phrasing. All right. Sustained adjective continuing for an extended period without interruption. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct, Aizen. Okay. God is the best answer. But I understand where you're coming from. Gargu, when you say let also brings across the idea that you followed something and hence you get into trouble. Okay. Led the way. We sustained bruises and fractures which led us into trouble. Got us into trouble is the common phrasing. I would say really stick off got here, unfortunately. Yeah, to be safe, okay? Because the main thing about Compre-Close is that they test how well you understand common phrasing as well. So it's they might be extra strict with that, all right? It's important to stick to common phrasing if there is, all right? They direct us to the doctor to get those problems blanked. Aizen's on a roll today. Aizen, that's correct. The answer is fixed. I will accept treated because of the wood doctor, but problems fixed is more common. All right. Okay. Oh, I bit into the mint. That is spicy. Ooh. $1.5K likes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, you guys. You guys are the best. But yes, Aizen was recommending me some cafes to go to study, or to get some work done. All right. Does anyone else have any recommendations near the MRT, please? Near the MRT. All right. If anyone has any cafe, or it could be any dessert place recommendations, please let me know. All right. Okay. When my parents, McDonald's is one of the best places to go. For me, I download the McDonald's app, so I always get like rewards. But I used up the last of my rewards. Should I go to McDonald's again yesterday? Interesting. Any other places? Any other places? Any other places? McDonald's is a great place. I always go to McDonald's to study as a student. And now when I need to get any work done, any leftover work, any missed work done, I will go to McDonald's as well. I've tried Burger King as well. I've tried the Will Tea. It is good, but it's very expensive. I was so disappointed because recently they did like a campaign with like those like Japanese wine bottles. I thought it was really really cool, and so I got one. And I was expecting to get my boba filled to the brim in that Japanese wine flask. And I was so disappointed when it was just like okay, mind you, the whole bottle was like this big. This was the level it was filled up to. And I was even more disappointed when I drank to the bottom and I realized there was a large piece of ice that was like this shape. So it was literally sitting at the bottom like this. I was so disappointed. What? Yeah, it was mad. It was mad. It was absolutely maddening. Lu Shang. Oh, I see. Wow, that's so cool. My best boba experience was in China because the prices were so good and the cups were so big. It was really, I would say, value for money. But at the same time, they're saying that there are a lot more chemicals in Chinese boba tea. I'm not quite sure how true that is. Um, I don't know. But if we are looking aside from all of that, that is super value for money, definitely. All right. Okay. Let's see the answers. Tuck us into. Okay, that is correct. Okay, tuck us into bed is common phrasing. Tuck us into bed is correct. All right, great job, Aizen. Aizen's on a roll today. All right. Whenever I was tired of playing with my brother, I would blank her in the kitchen. Okay, I would blank her in the kitchen. Blank her in the kitchen. What might the answer be? Hug her in the kitchen. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, let's read a bit more context. All right. At first, I was only allowed to wash vegetables and dishes because my grandmother felt that I was too. Okay, so this is a hint for you guys. Okay, so always read the sentence before and after. Help, that is correct. Help, okay, so again, okay, so we are taking a look at this. Okay, tired of playing my brother, I would. Okay, so we always have to read the sentence before and after, all right? Okay, if you guys are getting it wrong, don't be disheartened, all right? It's okay. and felt that I was too young. That is correct. All right, great job, great job. Referred, great job. Too young to do anything else by myself. So it's a bit of, I would say common sense. Would it be common sense? Too, I wouldn't say weak. Weak does have a bit of a negative connotation. Young would be best. Okay. Okay, because we're saying at first as well. All right. One of my favorite places to study. Okay, I don't know whether I should gatekeep this. Okay, but there was yes, I was older. Great job, Rifert. Um, there was a cat cafe I went to a long time ago when I needed to get work done. Um, for reference, um, I can't I can't keep previously I couldn't keep any animals at home because the people family was allergic, and honestly so was I. So I eventually got a hamster later on, and it proved to be fine. But so I went to the cat cafe all the time, and it was great because the cat cafe had free Wi-Fi, free flow drinks. You could just sit there and use the Wi-Fi and do work, and cats would roam over and just sit on you. But it wasn't very helpful because for some reason cats love to sit on laptops. They just love to sit on laptops. And at that moment of time, I was doing a very important document. What happened was that this cat walked over, sat on my laptop, and by some, I don't know how, locked my entire laptop. So I was not able to use the trackpad, was not able to use the keys. Everything was locked. And everyone panicked, especially the people over there, because they would have to pay me the money. They would have to compensate me. Yeah, but that was a very important document, mind you, and it was due like within like quite soon, and the cat just after sitting on my laptop just walked away like nobody's business, and I was so offended. Until later on we realized that the cat managed to freeze the entire keys, and then we were able to unfreeze it. But the cats, I would say cats really they have an attitude. They have an attitude that is one of the most fun but annoying things about them. I have so many cat cafe stories to tell. Okay, I'll tell you guys one more before we continue this. There was this one time because over there we ordered takeout by ourselves. Okay, so the staff, they were having their own takeout, and what happened was that this cat really wanted their food. There was this massive, it's a very chunky cat, wanted their food, but they said no, that the cat was whining over there, and they told the cat to go to a corner, and the cat was upset, went away, and in less than 10 minutes decided to pee on the bag of the guy who denied the cat food. So the cat went over to his bag and peed. Um, that was the cat's revenge, all right? So that is not the first cat the cat has done not the first time a cat has done that kind of revenge, because previously there was this one woman who came by, didn't want to fit that cat food out over there. The cat decided to pee on her luxury bag. I don't know what brand it was, but it was a luxury bag. It was a luxury bag. I have cats at home too, and whenever I try to study, she always sleep on my paper. Cats do that. Cats are like that. Yeah, but the cat peed on her luxury bag. Okay. Yeah. It was a luxury bag. But from my memory, it was quite a high end luxury bag. So I don't know what happened in the end, but uh yeah, high end luxury bag. The cat just peed on it. All right, it was quite funny. All right. By the time I was older, I could cut the meat and fish under her blank. Under her blank. What might the answer be? Under her blank. But yes, that was a funny story for you guys. Under her blank. Under her blank. Okay, this one's a bit of a hard one. Aizen, Aizan, Rifferts, Gargu, please try. What might the answer be? Okay. Aizan, please come back. Okay, it's okay. I'll give you guys the answer for this one. Okay, the answer is super. Hi, Kaito. Kaito? Kaito? Did I pronounce it right? Supervision. Okay, under, the word under gives us the hint, right? Oh, I got it correctly. Can you write it down? It's okay. Great job. Great job. Supervision is correct. All right. Great job. Okay. Now let's move on. Jer, can you see my answer? I don't know. I can't. I think it got filtered out. I don't know why the word supervision is being filtered out.
Which one?
The word supervision is being filtered out from the chat.
Wait, let me try and type.
Like, moderator is gonna try.
Can appear though.
It's not appearing on my side though.
Oh, yeah, it's not appearing.
I don't see your
Yeah.
it's yeah, moderator tried. It is being filtered out for some reason. Huh.
That's a weird word.
Oh wow. Okay. Let's try some grammar. Oh. Okay, grammar. Okay. In the next 30 minutes, we can do some grammar and vocab. Uh-oh. Yes, uh-oh. Okay, now question 8. She ate blank strawberries because she was already full. What might the answer be? Rifferts, I'm back. What might the answer be? Aizan, you took very long. What happened?
Almost flipped the camera.
Oh. Four, three and four. Yeah, I said it got filtered out. The moderator tried. It was filtered out as well. I don't really know why. Yeah. I kept typing. Oh no. Not four? Okay, okay. I don't know. I don't really understand how the whole TikTok thing works.
Because it's more on like automated.
It's
So,
it's a
like,
bot that is.
they do have the bots who filter out, but it's quite weird, I think. Because there are certain words, right? They're really foul, but they couldn't even detect.
That's true. But it's like Miss Jamie says, it is robot against humans, so it is quite
Something that we don't really know.
we can't really do anything about it, unfortunately. All right. Okay, let's annotate. All right, she blank strawberries because she was already full. Again, extra information that we have over here. She was already full, so we can assume that because we're talking about that she's eating right now. So because of this, it is going to be a small amount. Okay, she ate a small amount of strawberries because she was already full. Okay, and let's see what else do we have here. All right, the idea of strawberries. Strawberries is countable, right? You can't count sugar. You can say one bag of sugar, but you cannot say one sugar, right? You cannot say one actually you can say pepper, just not the black pepper that we're talking about. You can't say one black pepper, you can say one bottle of black pepper, right? But you can say one strawberry, a single strawberry, right? Okay, so, oh, my phone is going to be out of battery. Wait, give me a second. Imagine the robot blocks good words and not bad words. We don't really know how it works though. So, it is not supposed to technically, because yeah, there's nothing wrong about certain words. So, quite odd. Maybe one day one of you guys will work in Meta and you guys can let me know why this is happening. All right. I have high hopes for all of you. All right. So countable, you can say one strawberry, two strawberries. Okay. So let's see. Much firstly. I love you very much. Much is uncountable. And it refers to a big amount. All right, and then we have a few. A few is a small amount, and it is countable. And then we have a little. A little is a small amount, and it is uncountable. Many is a big amount, and it is countable. I just see teacher Mitsuko moving at the back right here. All right, so let's take a look, okay? So we're talking about countable, so I'm going to cancel out all the uncountable ones. Okay, and I'm going to cancel out the big number ones. Yeah, I also keep looking, right? All right, so the answer is actually a few, okay? It's okay, I understand. Because over here, a little, you guys do have to note that it's a small amount. Not small, it is uncountable, all right? Strawberries is countable, so it has to be number 2, all right? YS, what is YS? Like, yes? Yes? Okay, number 9, what is number 9? A little sugar? Yes, you can say a little sugar. Can I have a little sugar? You can't say, can I have a few sugar? Because I understand that you guys might say sugar is, it's a bit and bits and pieces, right? But it is such a big amount, it's such a fine amount that you're not going, it's the same as flour. You won't say, can I have a flour? It doesn't make sense. You can't say, can I have one flour? You don't say, can I have a few flour? You can say, can I have a little flour? Right? Okay, Reffert says 1 for question 9, all right? Okay. The lady blank is my neighbor has a cute dog, okay? So first things first, we know that this is extra information, and it is from my lady. The lady information. 111, okay? Okay, I'll show you guys a picture of my hamster later. You guys are doing so well. Okay, come to think of it, my hamster kind of does look like Mochi, but like darker color.
And maybe hairy.
My hamster, I don't know how to stop her from biting the thing. I don't know how to.
I think that's the way of like satisfying.
No, but they say it's only because they're stressed, you know.
They're stressed.
Then they will start biting. I have no idea. I'm so confused. And when I try to
Their stress is so nice though. They're well fed, you know. Then
exactly, she has
like a rebel. Is she a teenager now?
I have no idea.
Maybe she's in a teenager stage.
Sometimes I tell her to stop, and I like bonk her head a bit, like I bonk her head because she's chewing on something, and then she starts gritting her teeth at me, you know.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a sign of anger when they grind their teeth at you, and I'm just like.
I think the hamster sees you as the mom. So it's like, you know, as a teenager, or it's like a kid.
I don't know.
Rebel
The
stage.
worst part is that she started biting on the doors, and the paint is coming off, and the sides are like now smooth because of her. It's no longer like 90 degrees. She has bitten the door so that the door is smooth. Ha ha ha. Yes, it is. Whew, okay, extra information. All right, let's when we're talking about a teacher, not teacher, we're talking about a lady. Sorry, lady is a person. First things first. I will show you guys the criminal we're talking about right now. She's very cute, but she's very naughty recently. All right, which is more for objects? Whom? Okay, now whom? Okay, people a lot of students get this wrong. Okay, it is common. Okay, you guys didn't get it wrong, but I'll tell you guys a bit more about whom. Okay, whom is used when the person is the object of the sentence, not the subject. All right, so it's something to be careful about. All right, okay, so over here in this case, the lady is the subject. What? Yeah. Okay. Whose? Whose is for belongs to. Okay, so in this case over here, let's take a look. Okay, let's start from the back. Whose belongs to, we're not talking about the lady belongs to her neighbor. We're talking that the lady is the neighbor. Okay, so number 4 is not correct. Whom, okay, the lady is the subject over here, not the object, so I'm canceling out number 3. Which, okay, is for objects. Lady is not an object, it's a person, so meaning that number 1 is the answer, and you guys are all correct. Great job. All right, question 10. The teacher blank gave us extra homework, was very kind. Okay, very similar. It's a giveaway question. Come on, guys. Two. All right. Okay. 2. Let's take a look. Okay. First things first, we highlight the extra information. You see that this is extra information pertaining to the teacher. Okay. Teacher is the subject. Teacher is also, I saw on Google, a helpful trait to use who if you can. Ooh. That is a very helpful trait. Ooh. That is a very helpful trait. I like that. All right. Subject, okay? So was very kind. All right. So again, teacher is the subject, teacher is a person. All right. So these are all things to note, okay? I know I annotate in a very messy way, but just you guys understand what I mean. All right. Which is for objects. Who is for people. Whom is when person is object. Of sentence, and whose is belongs to, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do here is, again, we're gonna cancel out the ones that are wrong. Okay, teacher is not an object, teacher is a person. Okay, so number 2 might be correct. Let's see number 3. Okay, teacher is the subject of the sentence, not object. It is not correct, right? Whose belongs to, we're not talking about the teacher who belongs to the homework. Okay, so that's incorrect. Leaving number 2 as the answer. Great job, everyone. All right, you guys are doing so well. Okay, so I'll let you guys take a look. Okay, the doctor reminded her patient that their next session is scheduled blank Monday. Blank Monday. Blank 3. Okay, any other answers? Okay, any other answers? 3. All right. Okay, now, first things first. Okay, first things first, we're talking about Monday, right? It's a day of the week. Okay, and we're talking about a medical session. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna zoom in first. 2 is usually used for direction, right? Can you direct me to? By is usually for a deadline. Please complete this by. All right, on. On is usually for days of the week. And past is usually for something that has already happened. All right. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. Again, we're talking about the sin schedule. Let's talk about Monday. Okay, Monday is not a direction. I'm going to cancel out 1. Monday is not a deadline. I'm canceling out 2. Okay, you don't have a deadline when you're talking about medical session, right? Monday is a day of the week. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, you're talking about a specific day when this will happen. So it could be number 3. Number 4 already happened. It has not happened yet. Okay, it's scheduled on Monday. She's telling her in advance, right? Your doctor won't tell you that your session is scheduled previously, right? That's not how it works, right? So the answer is number 3. Great job, everyone. Great job, great job, great job. All right. Question 12. Mr. Lin told the class that the spelling test would take place blank Thursday. What might the answer be? What might the answer be? 4. Any other answers? Okay, 4, 4, 4. Okay, let's see. First things first, by. Again, by is for deadlines. In, okay, in is used for longer periods such as months. Okay, longer periods such as months or maybe even years, right? At is used for clock times, maybe 9 p.m., 6 a.m. And on is for days of the week. Okay, so first things first, by, okay, spelling test would take place by, okay, it is before a certain time. That is not correct, all right? Longer periods by Thursday. Thursday is not a longer period of time. It is a specific day, okay? Check time, clock times is not correct. Thursday is a day, not a clock time. On is 4 days of the week, which is correct here because we're talking about Thursday. Okay, great job, everyone. Okay, question 13. The increase in the number of obesity cases amongst children blank a cause for concern last year. Okay, what might the answer be? What might the answer be? Well, you guys answer. I'm gonna find the perfect hamster picture to show you guys. I have shown you guys the one of her eating a bean sprout already, right? I'll show you guys the one of her sleeping. Okay. Okay, I see 3, I see 3, and I see 1. Okay, now first things first, let's notice this, all right? The increase in the number of obesity cases. Over here, what we're talking about is not the obesity cases, we're talking about the increase in the obesity cases, right? Okay, so the increase is singular. Okay, a cause for concern last year, right? So this is past. All right, is present, and it is singular, or it's present, and it is plural. Was is present, was is past, sorry. And it is singular. Okay, it is singular. Were is, yeah, but don't like. Were is past and were is also plural. Okay. So over here, since we're talking about present, okay, I'm talking about past, I'm going to cancel those that are present. Okay, and we're talking about singular, so I'm canceling out those that are plural, leaving tree as the answer. All right. Do note that they said last year, so please be careful. All right. Can I change my answer to tree? Yes, you can now, but in exam you cannot. All right. Okay. All right. Question 14. The rise in dengue cases in Singapore blank a serious issue 2 years ago. That is not true. It is still a serious issue now. Okay. Okay, what might the answer be? Where is, was, are. No. What might the answer be? Tree? Okay, was a serious issue 2 years ago. Okay. Now, again, we're talking about the rise in dengue cases. We're not talking about the dengue cases, okay? Rise in dengue cases, this is singular. And then we are also talking about this issue that is happening 2 years ago. Okay, a serious issue is also giving us a bit of a hint. It's a serious issue. It is singular. And it's happening 2 years ago. It is in the past. Tree. All right, tree. All right, was. Okay, now, were is plural. Were is also past. Is, okay, is singular. It is also present. Was is singular. Was is also past. Are is singular. Are is plural. My bad. Are is also present. All right. So because we're talking about something in the past, I'm going to cancel out everything that is in the present. All right. Now, since we're talking about something that is singular, I'm going to cancel those as plural, making number 3 the answer. And you both are correct. Great job. Great job, you guys. All right. Okay. Do look for me, blank, you need any help, Miss Tan told her students. 1 is will, 2 is shall, 3 is would, 4 is should. All right, what might the answer be? Four. Everyone is saying 4. All right, let's do a bit of an explanation. All right, do look for me should you need any help. Okay, now when you're over here, when you are offering help to someone, all right, and this is a teacher and student relationship. All right, so now first things first, let's look at the word will. Okay, do. Will refers to, will is more like a comment, right? A command, sorry, not comment. Command. All right. Shall is not in the right context. And it is also very it's very old-fashioned actually. Shall you need my help? All right, it's very old-fashioned. All right. Would, okay. Would is more of, it just doesn't fit in the context, not right context. And should is usually when it's something, it's a good idea, or you are advised to do it. All right, so what we're gonna do over here, you can see that will, shall, would is not correct, making for the answer. Great job, everyone. All right, let's do our last few questions. All right, question 16. Feel free to approach me blank, you need anything, said the counselor. All right, actually we've done this, let's skip this. All right, Richard, let's see. Actually, this is not the answer. It's okay. All right. Okay, what might the answer be? You guys can start giving me answers for question 17. Yeah, I like it. 0.4. See, it's not listening to me. Okay, there we go. 17 is 4. 4, 4, 4. Okay, if Richard blanked to his mother, he would not have lost his wallet. All right. Okay, if is a conditional. And with conditionals, it is an imaginary situation. Okay, the idea of conditional follows this format. All right, it follows the if plus had plus past participle format. All right. Okay. If Richard blanked to his mother, okay, so let's take a look. Listens, first things first, listens. Listens is present tense. Listen is past. Was listening is continuous. Had listened is, okay, if is had. Okay, so let's take a look. Present tense doesn't fit here. Okay, so it is an imaginary situation. We'll always be using past tense, canceling out one. Listened is past, but it lacks the had format, so I'm canceling out. Was listening is continuous. It does not make sense in this format. Okay, and had listened, it is had plus past participle, which is correct. All right, if had plus past participle format. All right, great job, everyone. You guys are on a roll today. All right, let's do a last question, and then we'll have like 5 minutes to talk about some ebooks that we are offering right now in relation to this, and I'll show you guys my Hemi. All right. Okay. If Sarah blanked her homework earlier, she would not have been scolded. What is number 18? Question 18. We have had, done, did, does, was doing. What might the answer be? No. What is no? What is no? Just nothing, just no. All right. If Sarah, okay, so it's if it is a conditional. Accidentally pressed 2. Oh, I see. Conditional, okay, so we have to be extra careful. The conditional is a if plus had plus participle. Okay, so if Sarah, okay, blank her homework, she would not have been scolded. Okay, now let's see, had done is the had plus past participle format. It sounds right, but let's see the other ones first, right? Did is simple past. Okay, it doesn't match the structure. I'm canceling it. Does, okay, does is present tense. Okay, but this doesn't make sense because we're talking about in the past, all right? Was doing is continuous, which is wrong for the structure. I'm canceling it, leaving number 1 as the answer. All right. Oh, we are so on time. No, we're actually, let's do one more. We are ahead of time. All right, great job, everyone. She won the race blank. She asked Mina. Ooh. All right, what may the answer be? Question 19. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Wrong question. Okay. You guys, one of you saying 1, one of you saying 4. Oh, you guys are both saying 4. Never mind. All right. Sheet won the race. Now, sheet is the breakdown is she had. All right. So now the format in this that we typically use is always this: positive and negative tag, had. Oh, I'm not gonna give that away. Let's say has, hasn't, did, didn't, would, wouldn't, will. Okay. Oh, sorry. Is, isn't, are, aren't. Okay, so now the exception for this is M. It's not M and it's on. All right, this is the exception. Okay, but let's take a look first. Okay, over here we are looking at the word hat. Okay, so has is incorrect. Okay, because we're using now with the word has, it is the wrong verb. Okay. Okay, and hat is it's in a positive tag, which is not correct. Hasn't, okay, it is the wrong verb. Okay, leaving us with number 4, which is correct. She had, hadn't she? She'd won the race, hadn't she? Which is correct. All right, that is correct. Great job, everyone. I'm gonna write it negative. Okay, before I show you guys my hamster, all right. Okay, all the questions that we are doing, they are all similar to the questions in this 1000 PSLE Grammar MCQ practice booklet, okay? So for those who are interested in doing that bit more practice, sure your handwriting is improving. Thank you so much. I think I've gotten used to writing with this pen, that's why. All right, but thank you so much, Aisen. Okay, for those who are looking for extra resources or extra practice, okay, these are all top school questions that have been vetted through our teachers, all right? These are all popular tested PSLE questions and they are all from top schools. Okay, so it is the best way to improve. It's the best way to challenge yourself consistently. All right, 1000 PSLE grammar MCQ practices. All right. Okay, so for those who were with us just now, okay, we also did the comprehension close. Okay, we also have this in comprehension close. Where to buy? Okay, I'll show you guys. It is in our link tree. I'll show you guys very quickly later. Okay, this is more than 1000 PSLE comprehension close questions. This is also our ebooks. Okay, popular top school questions. All right, so I will show you guys right now where to buy. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me show you guys. Okay, so over here, okay, over here, you guys can see the profile over here. Okay, if you click this profile, this will pop up. Okay, and then you can go here to navigate the profile. Just click, see the Writers at Work profile, and click it. My nails are blocking the way. Click it. Okay, and then you guys will arrive at our profile. Okay, so over here you can get the latest updates. You can see when we are live. Okay, so what you're gonna do is that you're gonna scroll to the bio over here. There's a link tree bio. You're gonna click it and you're gonna see this page. Okay, it's our link tree. Okay, and you're gonna navigate to the third one, which is the ebook store. If you press and hold, it will bring you to this page. Okay, it is Writers at Work ebook store. Okay, or you can just search Writers at Work ebook store and it should pop up. Okay, and you can scroll here and you can find this grammar vocab questions, O level. We also have O level stuff. Okay, there are a lot of different ebooks. Okay, you can scroll and do a little shopping. Okay, you can see that we have also model compositions. Okay, and with synthesis and transformations, we've done those too. Okay, a lot of different ebooks. Okay, so you can take your time to scroll. Okay, you can take your time to scroll. Wow, nice. Thank you so much. Is there a discount code? Okay, discount code not at the moment, not that I know of, right?
Discount code for ebooks.
No, not at the moment, okay? Maybe in the future, but not now, alright? I'm going to buy all. Okay, that will be good. Okay, now to show you guys a picture of my hamster before we end off, okay? This is the little buddy asleep, okay? With her legs in the air. Her legs in the air. The little buddy asleep. She sleeps like this till 12 a.m. in the morning. Yes! She just sleeps like that. Or she sleeps with her head downwards and then like inverted at an angle. I have no idea why she does that. Okay? Okay, so yes. Cute. She is very cute. She has my heart. Alright. Both my pets have my heart. Okay. I will see you guys soon. Oh goodness. Okay, I will see you guys in our next session, alright? But for now, bye everyone, okay?
Bye.
Thank you for joining.